Hello?
Can you hear?
Everybody, please go on mute. Be on mute, please, because I'm getting lots of feedback. Robert Aycock, Becky, is that an attorney? Robert Aycock, somebody?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, what about Stephen Bechtal?
Yes, he's an attorney also. They're all your civil attorneys from out of town.
Good. Now, Rick, I'm going to allow 090 in. Follow that person. The last three digits, 090.
Okay, well,
Three digits, 090. Please follow him. Very well. Good morning, everybody. Daryl, let me let Daryl Vereen in. My name is Judge Bonnie Dongale. It is my pleasure, honor, and privilege to be judge of the 171st Judicial District Court. It is 9 a.m. exactly. 7/8/2020. Of course, this is not flash news, but we are in the midst of a pandemic, and the Texas Supreme Court has allowed us to participate and have these hearings via Zoom and YouTube Live. If there's anyone participating herein that has an objection to participating with all its limitations on YouTube and on Zoom, please let that be known right now verbally. Let the record reflect that there are no objections. I want everybody to know that Miss Anita Garza is my court reporter. She is participating in this hearing, as well as Rebecca Gonzalez, coordinator. Oh, that's hilarious. And Rick Salazar. Oh, that is too hilarious. Rick is my bailiff. Rick, who was that 090? Rick? Did we determine who 090 was, Rick? Rick? Ms. Becky?
090 is not a video, it's strictly phone, so I can't send them a chat.
Well, this is 090. 090, can you tell me who you are, sir? 090 or ma'am? 090. I just unmuted you. Who are you, please? 090. Last three digits. It begins with 0832. Who are you, sir or ma'am? Okay, Rick, I'm going to remove them.
Okay.
Now, this is what I was saying was hilarious. I have somebody named me trying to get in, Rick. Me, Emmy. Oh, please, they could do better than that when they try to get in. So follow me, will you? And I want to know who me is. That's crazy.
Okay.
Vasquez is having problems getting in. Maybe she needs Ricky to send her a chat when she gets in and tell her she needs to do something. Get the invitation resent again or something. Garrett Yancey. Is Garrett Yancey an attorney? Anybody? Please tell me.
Yes,
Garrett?
Judge, he says he's for Kurt Paxton.
Thank you. Who is me, Rick?
Daniela Lebanati, looks like.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hi,
Only Miss
you look great with your new haircut.
Miss Lebanon, thank you so much. It's the same. I just was too lazy and didn't curl it.
That looks nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I heard you were in an accident. Are you okay?
I just finished my visit with a virtual doctor from Colorado. I am in a lot of pain, Judge. I don't know if you've ever had disc herniation in your neck, but it's
Never. Thank God. As old as I am, thank God I haven't.
birth. It's been pretty bad.
Worse than birth. Worse than birth, Miss Lebanati.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am sorry.
It's been 10 days of hell and lots of pain medication and steroids. And just
Oh, very sorry. I'm
I
so.
just do not want to have surgery, Judge. I'm
That's
consulting.
right. That's right. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Mr. Rick, I just let 090 in again by mistake because I let somebody in and then it floated away. Mr. Rick, no, I didn't let 090, did I? He probably just hung up, or she. 090 is not in, Rick, right?
I don't see it anywhere. No.
Very good. Okay, let me continue with my disclaimers. Again, if anybody has any objections, please let it be known right now. Let the record reflect there is no objection. Absolutely no recording of this hearing. The only recording is the official court reporter's record. I want everybody to know that if they do record, they could be held in contempt of court. Now, I want to remind everybody that the reason we are on YouTube is to comply with the open courts provision. This is about the 100th time I've let Cindy Vasquez in. Becky, can you talk to Cindy Vasquez on the phone and see what she can do?
Yes, Judge, because she just sent me an email that she's been having problems. She didn't know if it was our side or hers.
I've let her in about 80 times. Very well. Okay.
Judge, Cindy Vasquez is showing on one on video and looks like another on phone.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. For some reason, I'm unable to log in through my computer, so I just downloaded the app. Seems we're good now.
Good, but you're participating on 2 screens with us. Did you know that? So
Is it still showing as 2 screens?
Rick,
Now it's only one, Judge. Now it's only one her screen
Thank you, Ms.
for
Vasquez.
video.
Very well. Very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's an options bar at the bottom. If anybody chooses to utilize that options bar, just ask for permission first. I'll be more than happy to give it to you. If you want to chat or go into a breakout room, please. Okay. With that being said, we're going to continue we're going to start our docket this morning. The first one is Fabiola.
Excuse me.
Yes, that's okay.
An attorney called me from out of town. His name is Toli Orisas. He's a 090. He said he didn't know you were talking to him. So I told him to sign in again, but he's the attorney and he's on the 090 cell number.
Well, he doesn't know the last 3 digits of his cell number or what?
No, and he said he didn't understand and he didn't know you were talking to him.
Okay. Okay. I don't understand how he doesn't understand English, but okay. I've let him in again. Okay, the first one is Fabiola Navarro. That's Randy Grambling and Joseph Isaac. Everybody's here for that one, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. At this time, court calls cause number 2018 DCV 2324 Navarro et al. Versus Laca. Announcement of counsel, please.
Tiffany Jody for the plaintiff.
Randy Grambling for the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay, I have here, we have a jury trial set for 9/14. Do you really think it's going to go, counsel? On
We're not ready, Your Honor. My client's been in jail. He just got out, and we've not been able to take any depositions in the case at all. We need to get a new trial date.
Okay, do you agree, Miss Jody?
I think we could be ready, Your Honor. It's just a simple car accident. I mean, so I don't think, we just need his deposition and the plaintiff's deposition, but, you know, we'll do whatever the court prefers.
We've done no discovery in the case, Your Honor. We're just getting started basically now.
Okay, it's a 2018 case. The COVID didn't hit until 2/20. How come nothing's been done this whole time?
Your Honor, my understanding is he was in jail, but he is out and he's on probation, so it shouldn't be too hard to find him and get him for a deposition and our client. But again, we'll defer to you, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I don't even know if we're going to be able to go to trial. So I think we're 6 of one, half a dozen of another. I don't think we're going to safely be able to go to trial. Do you think that, Miss Jody? Really? I mean, they pushed it back to September 1. So, I mean, that's.
I have a feeling, Your Honor, it's going to get pushed again, unfortunately. But
so I think we're having this discussion and it's going to be moot because it's not going to happen. So I guess because of that and because Mr. Grambling is asking for more time, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But you guys need to start moving these cases because everybody knows that we're probably not going to be in trial for probably another year. And the only way these cases are going to move is if there's discovery done, deadlines, and everybody meeting those deadlines. Okay? So, Becky, we don't have a scheduling order. The docket says no scheduling orders in place. How
Right,
can that?
because I haven't reset the trial judge again. It was set before.
Okay.
And
So-
I haven't, it's set for 9/14/20.
Right. Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and give it a new trial setting of maybe October, November. I think we're still going to do it, but let's just think positive. But this way, we're going to have realistic deadlines that I'm going to follow, and I hope you guys follow, because I'm going to make sure you guys follow it, so that hopefully a simple car accident can be mediated and settled. Right, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, Mr. Grambling?
Yes, Your Honor. Any chance you'd move it to January, just so it's beginning of the new year?
2018 to 2021. That's 3 years away from 2018. Ms. Jody, do you have any objections to moving it?
I know Mr. Isaac would prefer November over January.
Let me ask another big question.
First district.
Like, is your docket jam-packed with trial settings, Mr. Grambling? It can't be. Right?
Do I have a lot of trial settings in this year or next year?
Well, I'm just saying, nothing's gonna go.
All right, you can put it in November, Your Honor.
Everybody needs to get a grip on life. Nothing's gonna go. It really isn't. We're fooling ourselves, but I'm trying to push the cases so that they get to a posture where they can be mediated and settled, hopefully. But get a grip, everybody. We're not going to be in trial any sooner than January.
Yeah, Your Honor. And if we could just, I know Mr. Grambling is working hard to get his client, but we've been asking for the deposition. We just need it to happen. Maybe we can get it in the next month or two.
Do we know where he's located now? He has to be on parole. If he served time in prison, he has to be on parole, right?
Probation.
No, I think it has to be parole if he served time in prison. You serve time in prison, he's out right now. It's either served his sentence or he's out on parole. Mr. Grambling, what is it? Do you know?
I do not.
Okay. So he either served his sentence or didn't. Okay. I just really think with a defendant that just served time in prison, I think the case needs to be settled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With that set of facts, with a defendant that just served time in prison, I don't think a jury's going to like your client very much. So I'm trying to settle this case, actually, and give you some insight. Mr. Grambling, settle the case. Okay, we're going to set this in November. I don't think it's going to go to trial, but this is going to push you guys to do what you have to do. Okay? November trial. We're going to set the scheduling order. Okay, we're going to send you guys a scheduling order. You guys will work the deadlines out, and just know that I'm going to adherely strict to all the deadlines. Mr. Grambling, there's Jody.
Your Honor.
Goodbye. Have a good life and be safe out
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
there. Absolutely. Thank you. Nice to see you both.
Judge,
I got
Mr.
two more with you.
Just another one.
Okay, Mr. Grambling, we'll do yours so you can leave. Which one is your next one, Mr. Grambling, please?
Daniela, I have Granados.
Okay, let's do Granados. Yes, that's the third one on my docket. It's Granados versus Lamazares et al. 2018 3611. Announcement of council, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniela Devinalto for the plaintiff.
Randy Grambling for the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay, this is the last trial setting was May the 18th, and we know what happened on May the 18th. Where are we in this case, counsel?
I'm waiting for you to settle it, Judge.
Come on, Mr. Grambling. Let's settle.
Your Honor, we need to take depositions in the case, and after that, we'll mediate the case. I work very well with Daniela, and on this one, I would ask for a trial setting either February or March. It's a little bit bigger case than the one we just talked about.
Yeah, it's a trucking company.
I think Mr. Randy Grambling knows that, but I guess my client, just to be fair, my client has had additional procedures. I just found out actually on the weekend that he's had additional epidural injections. He's not doing well. I think he might be scheduled for surgery. So I believe I owe Mr. Grambling additional medical records for my
Okay, he's continuing. He's continuing treatment. Do you agree with Mr. Grambling that you guys can be ready probably February of next year, Ms. Labanati?
It depends.
Said it,
I guess it depends upon when her client completed his treatment.
Yeah, but let's just set it for February. I don't want to set it any later than that, right? If we have to continue it at that point because he's still treating, we will do that. But as of right now, let's set this up for a February trial setting. You will have deadlines. I'm pushing you guys to do the discovery. It's needed to be done. And everybody's happy, right?
yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. And I'm also here for another one for Sean White with James Kennedy.
We'll finish with this one first. So we're done with this one, Ms. Labanati? Yes, anything else you want to tell me?
No, I have another case with, I believe with Daryl Vereen, but I think that's
Okay, I'll get yours after I get with Grambling, with Mr.
Okay, yes.
Grambling. Okay, thank you. So we're finished with this one. We're gonna do a scheduling order conference on this one, Ms. Becky, please. And adhere to the deadlines, council. February trial setting. Thank you, guys. You may be excused on that one. Mr. Grambling, which one is your next one?
Gomez versus Alexander with James Kennedy.
Oh, what page is that one on, somebody? Is it Reyes and Sines versus Alejandro Vasquez Rocha?
That's a different one, Your Honor, that I also have, you know?
Is it Vela Gomez?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's James Kennedy, Sean White, and Kurt Paxson. Is that the one you're on, Mr. Grambling?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, at this time, court calls number 2019-466, Vela Gomez versus Riches et al. Announcement of council.
James Kennedy for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Randy Grambling for one of the defendants, Your Honor.
Okay, where's Sean?
Garrett Yancey here for Kurt Paxson for defendant Olivas Mariscal.
Thank you. And where's Sean White? Is he supposed to be here?
I'm here for him.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay. So what's the status? Somebody give me an update on this case, please.
Your Honor, one of the defendants that Mr. White represents passed away. So we had to go through the process of serving the representative of the estate, which was done. Mr. White answered. And so really we need to move forward on the discovery and probably get a trial setting in February because not a lot was done because of that person passing away.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to tell me anything else? Does everybody agree to a February trial setting?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Yancey too. Okay. We're going to do a February trial setting. We're going to do a scheduling order conference. You guys work on the deadlines. Okay, gentlemen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Kennedy, anything else?
The only thing I would say is on that Tejas, I don't think anybody was on that case, so I could probably cover it pretty quickly, but just let me know when you're ready for me. So.
I will, sir. I will. I'll take Ms. Labanov and then I'll take you. Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Yancey?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. Be safe out there. Thank you for participating. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Labanati, which one is yours now? I said I was going to do yours next.
That's Dwayne Reed, Your Honor. Dwayne Reed I am with Cindy Vasquez and Daryl Vereen.
Give me the style of the case again.
Judge, it's the second one on page 1, Judge.
Jacksonville Trucking. At this time, court calls 2018 DCV 2814, Jacksonville Trucking versus Sursa Trucking. Announcement of council, please.
Your Honor, Daniela Rabinotti for the plaintiff.
Mr. Vereen's on mute.
Mr. Vereen, can you unmute yourself? Let me get him there. Mr. Vereen, can you talk? No, you're muted. You're muted. There you go. Hi, Mr. Vereen. You're announcing for the record, right?
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Daryl Vereen for the defendants Sursa and Casillas.
Thank you.
And Cindy Vasquez for Belly Transport and Anibal Gallardo, DBA Belly Transport and TT&A Leasing, Your Honor.
Okay. So what's the status of this case, counsel, please?
Yes, Your Honor. This case was originally set for trial February 24th of 2020. We filed a motion for continuance. It was granted. So I think at this point, we're just looking to get a new trial date. There's a couple of depositions that still need to be taken, but I think that after that, everyone's in agreement to mediate the case.
Sabanati, Mr. Vereen, anything else you have to tell me?
No, Your Honor. We have done depositions. I think there is another deposition that we need to conduct. I know Mr. Green and I have engaged in settlement negotiation. I guess we need to take the deposition or go to mediation with one party or both parties based on where myself and Mr. Green are.
Okay. So why don't we set this up for a trial setting? When do you want it? Since there's not too much discovery to be done, you want it January next year? Is that too soon?
I just don't know how the numbers are going to be in January, Judge. I'm not sure.
I know nobody's sure, but we cannot not set anything. I mean, we've got to set things and then we just reassess at the time that the settings are done and we read it.
I am with Judge Montalvo on January, so I would kind of like to leave that because I'm not sure how the federal courts are granting continuances.
Okay.
So maybe like February or March would be better for me if possible.
February? Is everybody okay with February, Mr. Vereen and Ms. Vasquez? What do you have to say about a February trial setting?
Those are fine with me, Your Honor.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Vereen?
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
February trial setting it is. We're going to send out a brand new scheduling order with deadlines. Please adhere to them, counsel. Okay. Thank you, guys. And be safe.
Thanks, Judge. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care, Miss Daniela, please. I'm letting in Adrian Olguin. Mr. Kennedy, you're on your case, I told you. Adrian Olguin. Who is Adrian Olguin, Becky?
He's a defendant, Judge. He's the one that has the PO waiting. I put the criminal after all the civil.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy, yours is Thayes, right? Is that
Yes.
Is
Yes, Your Honor.
opposing attorney is there?
I do not believe so, Your Honor, but I can kind of give you a brief background on it if you're ready.
Do we need to get on the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No.
Good, sir.
So this is, I don't know if you remember, there was a fatal crash years ago with the El Paso, all the kids were in that bus traveling back from a sports event. A drunk driver crossed the line, it killed a coach, and a bunch of people were hurt, a bunch of kids, okay?
Yes.
And so this case arises of two people that were on that bus. There's also, I intervened also in the case with Judge Alvarez that is a bit older in this, because I had to enter this case and serve parties that weren't a part of the other case. So I did that. There was a settlement reached in this case, and they never paid because they paid the policy limits to the person who passed away. And so the bus company was supposed to pay me the money. They have not. And I have a motion to enforce settlement agreement. I believe it said July 22nd in Judge Alvarez's court. I also filed that motion in your court. Assuming everything's in order in Judge Alvarez's court, my intention is to have Judge Alvarez enter the order enforcing the settlement agreement and entering a judgment against the defendant. And then I will consolidate this case. If there's some issue in Judge Alvarez's court with regard to my claims because of some technical issue, then I will move for that motion in your court, okay? But my goal is to just move to get that judgment entered, consolidate your case into Judge Alvarez's.
Because he's the older case.
Correct, but because that case was set for trial and I wasn't really proceeding in that case, I want to be careful, make sure there's not some technical issue with regard to that before the Judge Alvarez picks up on. And so if you set me for a status at your convenience, approximately 60 days from now, I promise you, if the judge enters the judgment, I'll file that judgment in your court, and I will give you a motion to consolidate your case into his case, okay?
Status in 60 days, you got it, Mr. Kennedy. I trust that you're diligent and you're going to do that, sir. I know that.
I will, Your Honor. And so absent the judge not having the hearing, okay? So,
perfect. We'll do that. Becky, we're going to set this for status in 60 days. Thank you, sir.
thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused? I do not believe I have anything else.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Be safe. Have a wonderful day. I'm letting in Robert Aycock. Is that an attorney? Somebody?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he's next on the docket, Judge.
Oh, good. He came in just in time. Okay, Perkins and Will. Mr. Aycock, are you there, sir? You're up next. You came in just in time, Mr. Aycock. Is somebody there for Richard Shellhammer?
Yes, Your Honor. Richard Shellhammer and Brad Timms for the
Wait,
plaintiff.
Okay, hang on. I have to call the case, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Perkins and Will, Inc. versus Park Hill Smith et al. 2018-4387. Announcement to council, please.
Richard Shellhammer and Brad Timms for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Andy Aycock and Ken Kaufman, the defendant.
It's Ken Kaufman too, in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Kaufman, there you are.
I'm here.
You're involved in this case, sir, obviously.
Yes, sir. Mr. Aycock is lead counsel and I'm local counsel, if you will.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, counsel, can somebody tell me what the status of this case is? I know we were set. Oh, we have an August trial date still, don't we?
Yes, Your Honor. We had an August trial date. We filed a motion, joint motion for continuance. It was granted. We're going to do a scheduling order. We were about to do, or we were beginning discovery, taking depositions when COVID hit. So everything stayed. We have numerous depositions to take and a lot of discovery to do. We've talked about a trial date in 2021 that is a reasonable one based upon the number of depositions and the discovery still to do. And I think if I misstate, that we generally talked about a May or June trial date.
Okay, counsel, the rest of you, are you okay with a May, June trial setting?
Yes, Your Honor. This has become a very document-intensive case, and so I guess I'm going to learn how to take depositions with documents over Zoom. So
Yes.
May or June would help quite a bit.
Okay, sir. I understand that. We're all learning. It's a learning curve. Okay, anybody else? Mr. Kaufman, or I mean, we're all good for a May?
Yes,
trial
sir.
next year?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do a May trial setting. We're going to send you a scheduling order. May trial setting, and then you guys just work your deadlines and do your depositions, please, and adhere to the deadlines. Yes, counsel? Everybody
Yes,
good?
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your
Anything
Honor.
else we need to discuss from anybody? No. Good luck. Good luck on those Zoom depositions. That's all I. Good
May we
luck.
be excused, Your Honor?
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Be safe out there. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating. Have a nice day. We'll see you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Susan Forbes and Victor Parra. I don't think Mr. Parra's here participating.
Yes,
am here,
Mr.
Your
Parker's
Honor.
there.
There you are. Okay, at this
Good
time.
morning.
Number 2018.
Judge, we did lose Mrs. Forbes' video. I don't see her video on. It's a
God.
blank screen.
Miss Forbes, are you there? At least that's okay. Miss Forbes, can you? You're already unmuted. Miss Forbes.
Now she's on mute.
Good. Miss
Now it's
Forbes,
unmute.
that's okay if you don't participate with your video. Can you hear us? Miss Forbes? Where is Miss Forbes? Maybe you didn't enter with audio capability, Miss Forbes. You want to come back in? Or you want to look at your, yeah, you're already unmuted. You want to look at your microphone on your left-hand corner, bottom, Miss Forbes, and see if you can. Miss Forbes? Okay, Mr. Parra, we'll get back to you. She's having technical difficulties as soon as she on here.
Your Honor, I'm gonna have to log off for some criminal cases, but I'll log back on as soon as I'm done.
Hang on 1 second. She's
Sure.
she's come back again. Let's give her one last chance before I lose you and you come back, Mr. Parra. Miss Forbes, are you there? No, having a heck of a hard time. Miss Forbes? Yeah.
Judge, I am trying to send her a chat, and on the chat it's showing Susan Forbes is not in the meeting.
Okay, she's in. Well, she's not connected though. Yeah, I don't know. Becky, maybe send her a new invite. Rick, tell her Becky will send her a new invite. Maybe that'll help.
My chat's not going out to her because it's showing that she's not on meeting. Weird.
Okay, Becky, try to call her. Do you have a cell number for her and tell her? Okay, Mr.
Judge.
Go and come back, Mr. Parra, please, as soon as you can.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, absolutely. State of Texas versus Dorian Christopher Limon. Becky, did I sign that? Becky? Before I call the case, unmute.
Judge, all three bond forfeitures are signed.
Got it. That's what,
So your next one is not gonna be till page 3.
got it. Okay, so I finished with all the bond forfeitures. I'm on page 3, Ortiz versus Manuel Acevedo. That's Rod Ramos, I think is on. What about Jose Vega? Jose Vega? Miss Becky, you need to call Jose Vega. Will you? And see, please. Yes, okay, thank you. Mr. Ramos, we'll get back with you on that one.
Okay,
The
Your Honor.
next one is Carlos Miranda. Mr. Miranda, you are participating, right? You are on this. I allowed Mr. Miranda in. Did we lose him too? Yeah, I think we lost Mr. Miranda, or is he 090? Wow, we've lost Miranda too. What technical difficulties we're having. The next one is Peter Lavrado and Rosemary Lavrado. That's Mr. Stephen Nicky and Mr. Adrian Sensine. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. Adrian Sinishin for MLC Roofing and Construction.
Call the case. Let me call the case. I just want to make sure everybody's on and technically connected. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-2920, Labrado versus MLC Roofing. Announcement of counsel, please.
Deborah Fisher on behalf of the plaintiffs, Peter and Rosemary Labrado.
Adrian Sinishin on behalf of defendants MLC Roofing Construction LLC and the Christopher and Martha Mellon Eotis.
Okay, and Mr. Nicky, you're on my docket in this case. Are you?
This is Deborah Fisher. I'm an associate with Mr. Nicky, sitting in on his behalf.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's what I needed to know. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, everybody, give me an update, please, Mr. Sensei.
Good morning, Your Honor. This case has not been set for trial previously, I don't believe. We have filed a motion for special setting and entry of level 3 discovery control plan. We have, where we are at this point is as follows. This is a construction defect litigation case involving residential construction. We've inspected the home. We've informally exchanged discovery. We've received demands. We are at the stage where you were kind enough to enter an agreed order allowing us to add another third-party defendant named Arturo Lopez of All Pro Roofing, who did work at the house. As of Monday, Mr. Lopez is in default. I'd like to take at this point moving forward, what I see we need to do to get this case done is to send some light discovery because we've informally exchanged the discovery, probably take a few depositions and then set the case for mediation. I'd like to take another shot at trying to get Mr. Lopez and his insurance company to provide a defense for him so he'd appear in the lawsuit. That'll just entail me sending some letters and trying to encourage him to enter an appearance. But as far as I'm concerned, Your Honor, we just have some light discovery to do and then get to mediation.
What about entering a default judgment on Lopez?
The problem with that, Your Honor, is as soon as you enter a default judgment on him, then that would allow the insurance companies to disclaim coverage. So threatening to enter a default judgment is more effective a lot of times than actually entering one.
Okay, okay. I'll take that. Okay, Ms. Fisher?
Yes,
Anything
Your
else
Honor.
you want to tell me about this case? The
I believe it's been properly explained by counsel, and I do believe that if we can iron a few things out, that we should be able to mediate this and come to a resolution. At least that's my projection, my hope. Yes, yes, Your Honor. So, but in the meantime, we do need to have some settings to be able to accomplish that.
not been paid. Are you guys anticipating a bench trial, or does somebody want to pay for the jury fee first? That's the first issue.
Yeah, Your Honor, the defendants will want a jury trial.
Okay, so pay your fee.
Yes, ma'am.
Firm Laptop 3, I'm letting in, Rick. Let's see who that is. Firm Laptop 3. Okay,
That
so
might be Miss Forbes, Judge. I'm not sure because she was going to get on another computer.
okie dokie. So then we're gonna set this up for a jury trial. I think if we do maybe March or April of next year, we're good with that, counsel? Or you want it sooner?
Your Honor, I would suggest sooner just so we could incentivize
Got it.
the insurance companies and other people to consider settlement. So looking at my calendar, I would suggest sometime in January. And if we have a problem meeting that January timeframe, then we could always ask for a short continuance.
Ms. Fisher, do you agree with January trial setting?
Yes, Your Honor, that sounds acceptable.
January trial setting it is. I'm gonna send it to scheduling orders. You guys work on your deadlines and work on settling this case, counsel. I think you can. Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you all.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you all.
Maybe
You
we
make
be excused.
a great day. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, sir. The next one, Rick, that I'm allowing in, Ms. Forbes, are you there? Ms. Forbes? Ms. Forbes is really having difficulty. Let me try to. She really is having difficulty.
I was able to send her a chat just now that we
Good.
can't see or hear her. So let's see.
Rick, follow 441. I'm allowing 441 in again. Oh,
And just to let you know, Firm Laptop 3 is Mr. Vega, Jose Vega.
thank you. 441, Rick. Who is 441? Who is 441, sir? Can you tell me who you are? I'm asking him to unmute.
Your Honor, it's Susan Forbes.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I'm having technical difficulties. And I'm the last person that needs to be able to.
Right. Barra had to leave. Barra had to leave. So just go ahead and hang tight. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
He's coming back. Okay? So we'll get back to you as soon as we can, Ms. Ford, but at least we can hear you and that's okay. We're good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Urisusi Tola. Is he on or is somebody here for the attorney?
Judge, I believe he is a 090.
Mr. 090? Mr. Tola?
He's on mute. He's on mute and no video.
And Your Honor, he would be on my case, Judge.
Okay, let's, will you teach your opposing counsel how to use this technology, Mr. Jessup? Practice with them before these hearings? It's getting painful now.
I'll make note of it.
Worst technical difficulties I've had this whole Zoom, my whole Zoom career of 3 months. He's 090, Rick?
I believe so. I believe that's the one that he was in earlier.
Yes.
Becky told you
Mr.
about.
Tola?
Yes, Your Honor. I've been hearing you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good, sir. Excellent, sir. I'm going to call your case. 2019-4757, Madupe Oduyola versus Clifford et al. Announce the counsel, please.
Yes, Your Honor. We just
What is your name, sir? Announcing for the record. I want you to announce.
Okay, yeah. This is Tola Oreshusi for Mudupe Oduwole.
This is Cliff Jessup here for defendant Ruth Payne, Your Honor.
Okay, can somebody tell me where we're at in this case, please?
Sure, Judge. We did have a special exception issue, which has been resolved as plaintiff has amended their petition. You filed a non-suit with regards to defendant William Clifford Payne on a suggestion of death. He died before suit was filed. So I think that's the only issue we need to resolve before we'll be ready to proceed with discovery and eventually a court date.
So he did file a non-suit? There's a non-suit on William Clifford Payne.
I don't know who filed it, Judge. It was filed on the 8th, the same day we filed our answer and our suggestion of death.
I did not file a non-suit.
Somebody filed a non-suit. Ms. Aguilar, can you tell me if a non-suit?
It's not a non-suit, Judge. Usually whenever they file a suggestion of bankruptcy, we'll go ahead and dispose of the party.
Hang on, it's a suggestion of bankruptcy now instead of death?
No, Judge, it was a suggestion of death.
Yes, a suggestion of death.
Okay, repeat what you just said, because when you said bankruptcy, Ms. Aguilar, you threw me for a loop.
Sorry, Judge. No, it was, yes, there was an answer along with the suggestion of death.
There was an answer with a suggestion of death, but there has not been a notice or an order of non-suit in this case?
Exactly.
Okay, so there's no non-suit, Mr. Jessup.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Tola, there's no non-suit, so everything is good, I think, right, with you?
Yes, I was told by the defense counsel that it was going to, because we have a situation, the defendant are mother and son. The dead person is the son, and we don't know whether there's an estate or anybody administrator of the estate. From the information gathered from the defense counsel, he said there was no estate filed and that we're trying to resolve, see what we can do before we start spending money on both sides. That was my understanding from him.
And that's right, Judge. And I've spoken with the brother of the deceased defendant, and he's confirmed there's not been an estate opened up as far as he knows.
Okay, so do you think you guys can settle it instead of Mr. Tola having to serve the representative?
Your Honor, he sent us some medical records this week, so we're in the process of reviewing those, Judge. I'm not sure where we'll end up.
Mr. Tola?
Yes, Your Honor, I was expecting that they will respond to give them a little time so that we do not start trying to serve anybody. That was my understanding.
Well, you want to give him time to do what again, sir? I didn't understand.
Oh, I wanted to give time to evaluate what I've sent. That was my discussion with him, so that we do not.
Okay, sir. Okay, so this is what I think this case is good for. I think this case is good for a mediation order right now. I'm here feeling that both parties don't want to spend too much time or money litigating and are going to try to work something out. What kind of case is it? Car accident,
Judge.
Okay.
Car accident, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Tola, are you local in town in El Paso?
No.
Okay. And the plaintiffs reside here in El Paso?
She was initially, but she's now in Dallas.
Okay. So I think because where are you, sir? Are you in Dallas too?
No, I'm in Houston.
Okay. I think because we have plaintiff's attorney in Houston, we have the plaintiff in Dallas. I think this case may be a good case to try to mediate right now. And it's a simple accident. Mr. Tola, Mr. Jessup, who would you like as a mediator? I'm going to do an order of mediation, giving you all 45 days to try to mediate.
Judge Mitch Moss has done a good job on the remote mediation. Judge Villa also, so either of those are fine by me.
Moss or Judge Villa? What do you think, Mr. Tola?
I do not know either, so I am open, Your Honor.
Okay, sir. So you tell me, who do you want to agree to? You want to agree to Mitch Moss He's been a defense attorney, civil defense attorney for many, many years. And then we have Judge Villa, who was a civil attorney for many, many years. And then he served a good time on the bench.
I
So
will prefer the second one.
The second one.
George.
Are
Yes.
you okay with Judge Villa, Mr. Jessup? Yes.
That's fine, Judge.
Becky, we're going to do an order of mediation, Judge Villa, within 45 days. And then we're going to set this up for another status after that, so you guys can tell me it got settled.
Okay, Your Honor.
Positive. Okay, Mr. Tola and Mr. Jessup?
Yeah, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Tola, anything else you want to tell me?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jessup. You're okay too.
That's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
You all may be excused. Be safe
May I
out
be
there.
excused? Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Mr. Hughes and Mr. Stephen Bechtel. Is somebody here for Stephen Bechtel?
I'm here.
There you go. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-4912, Perez versus Parada. Announcement of council, please.
Stephen Bechtel for the plaintiff.
Your Honor, David Hughes for the defendant, Ms. Parada.
Good. Okay, everybody, tell me what's happening in this case.
It's a
Jury
Go
fee.
ahead, Mr. Bechtel.
Go ahead, Mr. Bechtel. Tell me. Jury fee's been paid already, so we're good there.
I guess we need a trial date, Judge. We've exchanged written discovery. I don't want to sound like a broken record with everybody else before, but it's a pretty simple car wreck with just a few depositions. And
These simple car wrecks, I think we can send to mediation and can get settled, but we'll do trial settings as well. Mr. Hughes, do you agree? All the discovery's been done. We just need a trial setting in this case?
Well, we just did written discovery. We have not taken depositions. We do need a trial date. Whenever you want, Your Honor, I would ordinarily say February would be fine, except I think I'm set every Monday in January and February. I don't mind as long as everyone knows there's other settings, but if you give maybe the first week of March.
Do that. We'll do that. Well, let's do the first week of March. Let's do the first week of March on this one. We'll do the first week of March. Are you okay with that, Mr. Bechtel? March?
yeah, I should be.
Okay, very good. March it is, scheduling order. I think you guys do need to do mediation. Remember that. Okay, you guys can agree to a mediator. Okay, let us know.
We will.
Let us know who. You know how it works, Mr. Hughes. Mr.
Mr.
Bechtel?
Bechtel, is there someone you guys prefer out here to use?
No, I don't know offhand. So,
Okay.
Who do you suggest, Mr. Hughes? See if he'll agree.
Well, there's Judge Antcliffe, Judge Villa, Mitch Moss.
Yeah, those three are good ones. Who do you want to agree to, Mr. Bechtel? Antcliffe, Judge Antcliffe, he was a judge for many years, enjoyed a good reputation on the bench, as well as Judge Villa. They were both civil attorneys, civil judges, and then you have Mitch Moss, that's a great civil attorney.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not familiar with either of those. So if you want to just say, go mediate with one of them, I'm happy to do that. I don't know anything about them to say one way or the other.
Are you okay if David Hughes says who? Because I don't want to, are you okay if Hughes says?
Sure. Which one would you prefer to?
Well, they're all good. I've had great success with all three.
Yeah, they both enjoy.
Well, okay. Mitch Moss used to work with me, so let's exclude him.
Okay.
Let's use Judge Antcliffe. He was a district court judge and El Paso Court of Appeals judge. Very, very good mediator, very smart man.
And a very good attorney, and has a great success rate. I agree. There it is. And thank you for letting him know that. I didn't know Mitch Moss was with you. I didn't know.
Back in the day.
Oh my God. That's
15 years ago.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay, good. Well, thank you for disclosing that. I'm sure he appreciates that. Okay, Mr. Bechtel. You have a very honest defense attorney here. I want you to know that.
I wouldn't have known that, so yes, I appreciate it.
He's a very honest, an honest defense attorney. Okay, so it's gonna be Judge Ancliffe. I'm gonna do the order, and you guys just follow it on the deadlines on the scheduling order conference, okay, you guys?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
When did I say trial date? We're gonna do trial date in March, early March?
First week of
Yes, Your
March.
Honor.
Excellent, you got it. Anything else, Mr. Bechtel?
Not at this time, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Hughes?
No, Your Honor.
Very well, thank you all. You may be excused. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe out there.
You
Thank
too,
you.
Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Alexandra Zand. Is anybody there for Zand?
That
That
one's
one's
canceled. That one
canceled
shows
on the
canceled,
docket,
Judge.
Judge.
Oh, it got canceled. Okay. The next one is Adrian Olguin. It's a criminal case with Michelle Valverde. Mr. Olguin, you're still here, right? Unmute yourself, sir. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-1270. Announcement of council, please.
Michelle Valverde for Probation Department.
David Nunez for the state, Your Honor. State is ready.
Good, okay. Mr. Olguin, where are you, sir? Can you talk to me?
Yes, I'm right here, Your Honor.
Good, thank you, Mr. Olguin. I appreciate that, sir. Okay, Ms. Valverde. This is the one that I was talking to Artemio yesterday about, Ms. Valverde. That we just had a conference, a status, or an admonishment, whatever you want to call it, less than a week ago. And then he's doing the same stuff again, right, Ms. Valverde?
Yes,
He's
Your
playing
Honor.
the same games,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. When I read that email, I said, no, 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 no. I recognize the name. I recognize his modus operandi. What the heck is going on with you, Mr. Olguin?
I was trying to discuss with Valverde.
You're gonna what?
I was trying to discuss this with Valverde, try to talk to her, and I was going to go to the UA, but I had to take a bus. First time taking a bus, and I was well past her deadline, which she gave 24-hour notice on Monday, but I missed it, and I already knew that you weren't gonna like that, and I just asked you to pick up at work, and at least to be straight up honest with you, Your Honor. If I were to have taken that drug test, I'm gonna tell you, the first time I missed out that during this, that would have came out dirty on the UA. Tell you
Dirty?
that, and all. Yes,
what?
I would have came out dirty. I tried making it. I already knew it, but I'm telling you right here, right now, I would have came out dirty.
For what? Dirty for what?
For alcohol and cocaine is what I would have came out dirty with. And I had I mean, like I said, I was on the way to go do it. I already knew I was gonna come out dirty, but I was well past the point. I already knew what it was gonna lead to, thinking the worst circumstance right now. I tried calling Ms. Valverde, like I said, try to call her at least by 5. I did try to do that yesterday, but I didn't. She was out of the office. I tried calling her before this meeting to try to let her know. And I was barely able to talk to her. I thought it was the old meeting. So I tried doing the older one, but I was able to reach her, and that's why I'm here.
You were able to reach her and what?
I was able to reach her, like I was calling her back and back before I logged into the meeting. I wasn't able to reach her, but right before, like at 9:20, picked up her phone and she let me know that.
Now you want to reach her? She's been trying to call you for days and days and days.
I did contact her on Monday, but
Oh, but now, 2 minutes before the hearing, before I see the judge, I better show an effort and I better make sure I try to call her.
I did try contacting her on Monday after work, but when I got out of work, it was well after that, and on yesterday, it was I assumed that she was gonna be there so I could talk to her. By the time I talked to her, like you said, contact her at least around 5, and I did. I don't know if she got that.
She was gonna be, Mr. O'Gee, you assumed she was gonna be where yesterday?
In the office to be able to talk to her about this. I wanted to talk to her over the phone instead of leaving a voicemail, but she wasn't in the office.
Do you not know we're in the midst of a COVID-19 pandemic and people aren't accepting people? In-person hearings and in-person interviews and in-person reporting is still not on? Didn't you know that?
It was over the phone. I wasn't trying to, of course, meet her at the office. What I meant, like at the office, was like trying to talk to her over the phone. What I meant. Of course, I wasn't. I know they're not doing in-home meetings or or at.
You wanted to go talk to her and see her and talk to her. I thought yesterday I could go see her and talk to her.
What I meant was talk to her over the phone.
What I'm telling you, sir, is this. I'm fed up with your games. I'm fed up with your BS. I'm fed up with your excuses, and they're all excuses. They're all excuses. Where do you work?
At Lorca call center on the west side.
What are your hours a day?
Hours recently have been from 10:30 to 8.
10:30 in the morning until 8 in the evening?
That is correct. I've been putting in overtime on it.
Do you know that for a fact, Ms. Valverde?
No, I don't, Your Honor. I can call them and try to verify. I don't know if they'll give me that information, but I've been calling him. His phone was turned off yesterday. It went straight to voicemail. Even he left me a message on Monday night telling me, "Oh, call me tomorrow. I'm gonna be riding the bus. I'll be available to talk." But then it went straight to voicemail. So I already had my suspicions that he was trying to avoid testing on a Monday and Tuesday because the cutoff for alcohol is 72 hours. He told me this morning that he was gonna go drug test today when the cutoff would already be too late to test for alcohol. I did tell him right now, it's not whenever he wants. I was very specific, very detailed on the deadline for him to drug test, and he was barely gonna go today, Your Honor.
Mr. Olguin, the games you're playing? Who's typing? Who's 441? Who was 441 the last time?
That's Ms. Forbes.
Your Honor, it's Susan Forbes.
Are you typing?
No,
Okay. Can you mute, or is that going to disconnect you, Ms. Forbes? Because I'm hearing.
well, I'm not sure how to mute myself.
I've been having troubles connecting, so just try to have everything quiet over there.
You know what? I'm going to shut the door to this office. Maybe that'll help.
Okay, I'm getting some typing. I don't know if it's from you. I think you're the only one unmuted.
Okay, my door's being shut, so maybe that'll help. I apologize for that, Your Honor.
There's no worries. Okay, this Zoom thing picks up everything.
All right, there's a number of things, but I've been good for the past.
Wait. It's been financially hard for you the last weeks, right? Do you get your cocaine for free, or do you buy it?
Well, okay, no, I was gonna say this last weekend. It was my friend's birthday. He's the one who bought everything himself.
He
and he
bought the
invited
cocaine.
me.
Of course.
He was the one supplying everything. I had no money, but I mean, I have.
Birthday party? You went to a birthday party?
Yeah, he threw a little birthday party. Yeah,
How many
birthday
people
was on
were there at this little birthday party?
more than at least 10.
More than 10?
Yeah, some of them might even know, but he was an old coworker.
I know this, but do you know that anything more than 10 people is illegal and against the law?
In regards to the COVID pandemic, is that why I was not aware of that?
That's the problem with America. How old are you, sir?
I am 23.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it. You're a millennial who doesn't give a darn about anybody. Selfish millennial who goes out and into coke parties and does coke parties.
And in all honesty, Your Honor, I mean, I was doing good for the past 6 months. Like I said, I did.
You're not doing good. You're on cocaine. And you could be spreading the coronavirus. You're not doing good. What do you mean you're doing good? Alcohol, cocaine, and you're spreading that virus. You're not doing good. That's the problem. You millennials think you're doing good. And you're not. You're selfish. You're selfish, you're inconsiderate. That's what you are. Who do you live with?
I live with my mom, Your Honor.
Does your mother support you?
No, she's on housing. I'm the main financial provider at the household with everything that's going on, Your
Okay. You're going to jail for 30 days, Mr. Holguin. I'm pretty much fed up with you. And I think maybe you need a little bit of attitude adjustment. Just a
I
little
mean,
bit.
Your Honor, I mean, the thing, like, I mean, up until last week, I mean, like I said, last week, it's been rough. And like I said, this last attempt or this.
You don't think it's rough for all the rest of us? You don't think it's rough for all the rest of us, sir? This is not a piece of cake living in this world, and you're not making it any better. And you're out there being very inconsiderate, very inconsiderate.
I mean, I know, but like, it's like I said, like, it was a lot of stress, and I just wanted a conduit. And I
And you
know I
don't
was.
think everybody's going through stress in food lines? No job, you've got a job, you don't have a wife to support, your mommy takes care of you? What stress do you have, sir?
Well, in regards to
Take care of you, 23 years old, you're going to Coke parties. There's no damn stress in your life. You're not in a food line. You're not unemployed. You don't have 3 kids to support and mouths to feed. So don't tell me there's a lot of stress with you, 23-year-old millennial. Doesn't respect anybody, anything, any process, has no consideration, is selfish.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever done something like that.
Well, good for you. It's going to be the last time because you're going to sit in jail for 30 days.
I mean, is there
And then
any
let
way?
me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. One more non-compliant behavior, one more missed phone call from Miss Valverde. If she complains to me and says she can't reach you, it's 10 days. Every single time she has to call you again. Every non-compliant behavior is 10 more days. Maybe then you'll learn, Mr. Holguin. I don't know. This is the second time I've had to talk to you within a week and a half. But your life is very stressful. Oh my God, I'm going through so much. Holy moly. This world isn't a pandemic. What are you talking about? You're stressed.
Well, in the sense of what I was getting at, I mean, lost our car. Mom was in a car accident. We had a rental car, and the insurance wasn't going through.
People's parents are dying of COVID while you're having a Coke party. So don't tell me about losing cars. When people's parents, people's family are dying with a COVID. So don't give me your BS stress, because it's not. Be thankful to God that you don't have your mother sitting in a respirator in a hospital. So don't give me your stress, because it's not.
I mean, is there any way to reconsider this jail? Because I can't go to jail and leave my mom. I mean, like I said, like, I really need to take care of her, and she's been going to doctor's appointments. I mean, I keep the list of.
And did you take care of her during your Coke party that you had? Were you taking care of her and worried about her at home, sick and alone, when you were there at the Coke party, your friend's Coke party?
She was with one of my sisters at that time. She was with one of my sisters that stays kind of out of town, but she did visit us. But she's not here no more. She did go back, but she was with my mother. That's why.
Going to jail, sir. You're nauseating me with your excuses, with your BS, with your stressless life that you think is so stressful, with your inconsideration of humanity, with your inconsideration. How old is your mother?
She is 58.
And you live with her. She's almost 60 years old. She's old. She's in that target and there you are, coking it up at a friend's party, having a great time, coming back to her home and living with her. Where you could have possibly gotten the virus, come home and given it to her.
And I did think about that, but after that, I mean, I took a shower, cleansed myself and all that. That's what I usually do. But I mean, so I do get what you're saying.
See how millennials think, Mr. Rick? Mr. Rick, do you see how millennials think? He took a shower, so it's all okay. He took a shower.
It is airborne.
That's right. That's right.
Thought it was only on surface.
This millennial doesn't know that, Rick. Or maybe he doesn't give a darn.
I was not aware. I thought it was only a surface spread, and that was the main thing that I've
been saying airborne, airborne, airborne the last 3 or 4 months. You don't care. You don't care. You're going to jail for 30 days, sir. One more non-compliant behavior, Ms. Valverde, I don't know what else to do with Mr. Holguin. This is the
I
second.
mean, Your Honor, I mean,
I don't want to hear from you anymore, sir. I don't want to hear from you anymore. I don't want
I
to
mean,
hear.
I could give it to you. I mean,
I
if
don't
you
want
could,
to hear from you anymore. You need to be quiet, sir. I'm asking you very nicely, very respectfully, sir. You need to be quiet. Do not say anything anymore, sir. Okay? Please. Okay. We're going to go ahead and give him 30 days.
Starting when, Judge?
Let me see, any non-compliant behavior, you're going to tell me about it in an email and we're going to add 10 more days. Any more problems, any more missed UAs, any more he doesn't go on that day, Ms. Valverde, anything, right?
Yes, Judge.
We need to, we need to add 10 days for every non-compliant behavior. Mr. Holguin needs a major, major, major attitude adjustment, major. And I think he needs to spend a lot of time in jail. For what he's doing to his mother, exposing his mother to the coronavirus, that's a crime in itself. That's a crime in itself to me. Okay, I think he's going to begin. We've got COVID rampant in the jail. Rampant. Why don't we let it calm down a little bit? Let's do 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. Now, do you suggest, Ms. Valverde, do we have a status on it? It's going to be, today's a Wednesday. Do we have a status the day before to review the jail issues and?
I'm not aware of anything, Your Honor.
Mr. Holguin, yeah, there's 174 cases of COVID in the jail. Did you know that, Ms. Valverde?
I did know that, Your Honor, but we don't have access to any kind of report or any numbers, or it's not made available to us.
No,
I can ask.
it's on the news. 174 cases in the jail.
But that's changing every day, I'm assuming. I know the jail has a report. I don't know if it would be made available to us, like a daily report.
Mr. Artemio, do you think it would be in everybody's best interest if we have a status like the day before he's supposed to turn himself in? Mr. Artemio, did you get a haircut?
Yes, Judge, don't even tell me about it.
Okay, I'm not gonna mention one word about it.
Went totally wrong, but okay. Yes, Judge, I do
You know
agree.
what?
It
You
was
still have a beautiful face. That's the good thing. Your face is beautiful. Okay.
Yes, I do agree. It would be better if we had a status hearing right before he goes in. And maybe that day we can call the jail to see what's their status with.
What's the status? Do you think waiting 3 weeks is a good amount of time to wait?
I would say a month, Judge.
A month? Okay.
Just to be on the safe side.
Okay. A month it is. Mr. Holguin, today is July the 8th. Miss Becky, what is August the 8th? What date is August the 8th?
Saturday.
Okay, that's not gonna work.
It would August the 6th, Judge, if you want a status.
Oh, wait a minute. If the 8th is a Saturday, that's 30 days from today's date. Why can't we have a status on the Friday before? August the 7th, to see if he goes in on August the 8th.
Because that's our jail people in the morning at 8.
But
I
at
would
10?
rather do it on Thursday, no?
What about 10 o'clock on Friday?
But then if we're doing pleas, you're gonna start the pleas at 10.
You're right.
So I would say to do it on Thursday at 9 o'clock.
You're right, Becky. I forgot we're doing non-custodial pleas now. Yeah, let's do it on Thursday. Thursday, which is August the 6th, right?
The 6th, Judge, yes.
Okay, Mr. Holguin, August the 6th at 9 o'clock. You are going to be present at a status hearing just like this on Zoom. Ms. Valverde is going to send you. Every time I get an email about non-compliant behavior, you didn't return her call, you didn't pick up the phone, you didn't go to a UA, you came out positive for this, you came out positive for that. It's 10 days for every non-compliant behavior.
Yes, Judge.
So, Mr. Olguin, you're going to turn yourself in, Mr. Sam, the jail commitment. He's going to turn himself in on that Saturday, August the 8th.
Do you want me to wait, Judge?
No.
You want me to send it to you now?
Yes.
Okay. And then just to let you know that there's still there's no weekends or work release. It's still consecutive.
Well, I know that. He's going to be continuous. He's going to be continuous for 30 days. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody needs to be on mute. I'm getting lots of feedback. Rick, on mute.
The only one that I see that's not on mute is Miss Forbes, but I don't see her square lighting up, Judge.
No. Mr. Olguin? Mr. Olguin?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to turn yourself in that Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning, August 8th. We're going to have a status on August the 6th with me. I'm going to see the details before you go in on Saturday. Okay. Any questions about your court hearing, sir? Or did you understand what I just told you?
I understood everything, Your Honor.
Good. And I hope you understand that I'm serious about any more. It's going to be 10 days every single non-compliant behavior.
Understood.
Okay, sure. We'll see you in 1 month on the 6th. Maybe excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think we need the feedback from Mr. Olguin. Let's see if one Olguin is, yeah, see, it was from Mr. Olguin. Okay. Miss Forbes, are you there? Mr. Parra just came back. Mr. Parra and Miss Forbes?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Good, good. Let's go ahead and take care of this case. It is 2018-4391 Crescent Electric versus ADCO. Announcement of counsel, please.
Susan Forbes on behalf of the plaintiff, Your Honor, Crescent Electric Supply Company.
And Victor Parra on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me the status of this case. No jury fee first is the issue. Do you want a bench trial or does somebody want to pay the jury fee?
Your Honor, I'll go ahead and pay the jury fee for right now. We may change that. I'll talk to Mr. Pata about it. At this moment, I don't have authority from my client to do that.
Okay. Are you talking about?
It is, but you're correct, Your Honor. It's a small case, smaller dollar value.
Okay. So are you saying that you may do a bench trial?
That's correct.
Okay, so don't pay the fee yet. Well, Mr. Parra, do you want a jury or would you agree to a bench?
Your Honor, I agree that this is a small case. Some discovery has been done. A little bit is outstanding. I'm not sure if depositions will be taken, but I wouldn't oppose a bench trial.
Okay. Ms. Forbes, talk to your client and see if they'll do a bench trial before you pay the fee. So that way you don't have to pay.
Okay. I will do that.
Let Becky know if it is a jury trial, then it's going to be set in a long time. If it's a bench, we can handle it quickly through Zoom.
Okay. I've got to figure out what the problem is with my internet over here.
Yeah. It's not your internet. I don't think it's your internet, Ms. Forbes. It's how you're entering the Zoom meetings.
You know, we thought that. That's why we redid it. But I keep getting a message that says my internet is unstable.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then it is your internet.
At least it's not the user that's unstable. It's just the internet.
You're funny, Ms. Forbes. Yeah. You do have to get us stronger. You have to get
Yes, I've got to do something about that. And it's the first time I've ever seen that. So I'm a little curious about the reason for it. But I do want to apologize to both you and Mr. Pata about the delay today because, just one of those things.
We have to be patient with each other because it's
No problem at all. Your Honor, all I would ask is in jury trial, bench trial, we could just have a schedule in order to iron out the discovery issues.
Okay, you want to do that? Okay. So when do you want to set it for trial? When do you think that we could do it, either bench or jury?
We're probably going to have to flip it to 2021.
Well, okay, I'm going to give you like January. No, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you December. I'm going to give you December. And then if you guys, you will let Miss Becky know, Miss Forbes, if your client will allow a bench, and then we'll set it in November, December.
Okay, that would be a good plan. That's
Right.
perfectly fine.
Yes.
In the event that we need to have a jury trial, we'll go ahead and pay the jury fee and then set it accordingly.
Okay, so December scheduling order is gonna say trial in December. Okay, Mr. Parra? That'll
Yes,
push
Your
it
Honor.
up a little bit. It's a little case. I think you guys can get it done by then. Ms. Forbes, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Parra, anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very good.
Judge, before they get off, I've never done the scheduling order on a bench trial. Just put the bench trial date, no pretrial, and motions hearing.
No, pretend it's not a bench trial.
Oh, just act like if it's a jury trial?
Right.
Okay, and just put everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, guys. You may be excused. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor, and thank you for your patience. Bye now.
No problem, no problem. Okay, I think, no, Mr. Vega. We're on page 3, at the top of page 3, Mr. Vega and Mr. Ramos. What happened with Mr. Vega, Miss Becky?
I'm here, Judge.
Oh, there you are, okay. At this time, court calls number 2019-970, Juan Ortiz versus Manuel Acevedo. Announcement of council, please.
Rod Ramos for the plaintiff, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Jose Vega here for the defendant, Judge.
Mr. Vega, are you under CAM? Is that why I don't have you on my name, or Firm Laptop 3? That's why, because you're not named.
Firm Laptop 3, Judge, is his.
Okay. Next time, try to come in by a name, Mr. Vega. You're young, you're smart technologically, and I think you can come in by your name, Mr. Vega, okay?
I'll do that, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, so what's the status of this case?
Your Honor, this case was recently transferred from CC6 to your court at the beginning of June. There is no trial setting. As far as I'm aware, we do have depositions scheduled for the end of this month. I believe on July 29th.
Why was it transferred? Does somebody have a conflict with CC6?
I believe so.
Okay, so we don't have a trial date, right? No
That's
trial.
correct.
Okay. Mr. Vega, do you think, and Mr. Ramos, can we set this up, 2019, can we set this up like December, January?
Judge, I think January is good.
Yeah, I think that may work.
January, good? Okay, we're gonna do January trial setting. We're gonna send you out a scheduling order, work out the deadlines, and hopefully you guys can settle this case. I'll allow you to talk about a mediator, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And hopefully
Yes,
it'll get settled. Hopefully it'll
Okay.
get, okay. Anything else? Anything else, Mr. Ramos?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Vega?
Yes, Judge, I have the Porras versus Silva, the final pretrial on that one. It's scheduled for 10. Is that still going, or is that?
Tell me again, you have which case?
It's the Porras versus Silva, the final pretrial on that. Hang on, let me pull it up.
That in October, you said?
No, it's at this time. It's our final civil pretrial. But you know what? I think that's not your courtroom.
Not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah, I don't show anything, not even a cancellation in my docket.
Okay, yeah, you're right, Judge. It's not. I'm confused. I apologize.
Okay, no worries. No worries, no worries. Find out which court it's in. And go to that.
Will do.
Thank you all. Thank you all. You may be excused. Be safe out
Thank
there.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The next one, Carlos Miranda. Mr. Miranda, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
There you go. Thank you, sir. At this time, court cause number 2019-2499. Announcement of counsel, please.
Carlos A. Miranda for Plaintiff, One Source Federal Credit Union.
Okay, sir. What's happening on this case?
This is a sequestration and breach of contract case. The defendant has a 2007 Hummer H3 that One Source was financing, and they decided to stop paying, and they decided to make the Hummer disappear. So you did grant me
He's a magician. How do you make a Hummer disappear?
it's probably buried somewhere in the desert. So I'm sure you've seen
Or
worse.
bought it somewhere.
Exactly. So one source has still not been able to recover the Hummer, but nevertheless, we have tried to serve him on the underlying breach of contract petition. We did attempt to serve him about 3 times in 2019. This lawsuit was filed in July 2019. I think we tried to serve about 3 times throughout the year, weren't able to. I think we tried to serve in January. And then again, with the crisis, we sort of just put this on the back burner. And then we actually tried to serve him again on July 1st and still cannot locate him. And I have actually an affidavit from Justice Raspberry's firm for the July 1st attempt. So at some point soon, I'd like to file a motion for substitute service, but I don't know if you'd like for me to try attempt service 1 or 2 more times before I do so. And then we'll go from there.
Let me back up a little bit. Becky, did I tell you what the questions were on the citation?
Judge, the problem that you had and you told me to send it to the attorney was, please tell the attorney that attempted service, because he did file the motion for substitute service. And it says, please tell the attorney that attempted service in October, then filing the substituted service in February, 4 months later, is not acceptable, must show recent due diligence to attempted service. And when the secretary called yesterday, she was saying that because of the COVID, that the process server could not do attempted service for a couple of months.
Oh, that's correct, Your Honor. And we did have an attempted service on July 1st. That's the most recent attempt. So would you like for me to try a couple more times this month? So when I file an amended motion for substitute service, we've got 3 service attempts within the past 30 days. Would that work for you, Your Honor?
That sounds so much better than the facts you gave me on the first attempt for subservice.
Right.
Yes, Mr. Miranda, please do that.
Okay, I will do that, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. Appreciate it.
Anything else, Mr. Miranda?
That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may be excused, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before I should have told him, we're going to just set this up for another status, Becky, okay? In about 60 days. Let's see what he does. 60-day status.
Okay, Judge.
Status/dismissal, remember. Okay. Okay. Did we finish with our morning docket or not till 11 o'clock anyway, right?
Right.
We're good. Have we finished with everything? Miss Anita, you want to go and come back at 11?
Judge, the 11 o'clocks are the 2 Phoenix.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Okay, Miss Anita, we don't have to do till 1 then.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, Judge. I'll see you at 1.
Thank you. Mr. Martinez, till 1 o'clock then? Unless you want to participate.
Exactly what I was going to ask. Thank you, Judge.
Unless you want to participate in the Phoenix, you and Mr. Nunez. Thank you. 1
Thank you,
o'clock.
Judge.
Thank
You,
you.
Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Sam.
Yes, Judge.
Rick.
We're
Mr.
still on YouTube.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Let me get off because I had to discuss. Yes, thank you, Mr. Rick. I